my dollars make it hurt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Here I am. I'm here. In all my royal elegance. I feel better. It's been a minute according to my standards. I'm excited. Welcome. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, early morning edition. I'm off work, so I put it out there early enough to let you guys know I was gonna come on a little earlier. This is obviously not my regular day, but since I'm off and got time and have been watching the TV just like you guys are doing, I haven't had my official say. I've been on a couple shows with a couple of the brothers, in particular Angry Cowboy fan and Sports Junkie. I've been with them, giving I guess like a little cameo appearance or whatever. But I'm back. I haven't done it on my show, and just wanted to share with the people that have supported me through all this, and give my little say on free agency. Let me start it off by telling you that you may not agree with my assessment, which is fine, because that's what makes good content shows. That's why I have the chat line. No way, I don't have the official chat line where you can call in open, but as you can see by the screen, the chat is open, and I don't mind people disagreeing with me. By no means. I love it, actually. I'm not one of those ones that will hold on to a stance, and while you're convincing me that your opinion probably sounds a little better than mine, I will change in the middle of a show. Most of you know that about me. If you make better sense than I'm making, I'm gonna roll with you. Shoot, I pass the mic to you. I don't have no problem with it. But what I'm noticing is that Cowboy Nation in particular, my show is kind of generated toward the armchair fan type. I'm not here for a lot of gigantic stats and stuff like that. I can't give it because I've done it too many times here on the show, but I'm more like a guy like okay, you turn on your TV and I turn mine on, and what are your eyes seeing, and then what are my eyes seeing, and then let's go talk about it. See, I ain't for all the talk. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not for all the yip yap. I'm not for all the Jerry Jones talking and Stephen Jones talking. I'm not for all, really not about hearing, solutions. I'm really not about that. I'm here for opinions about, uh, you know, what an intelligent Cowboy fan is thinking about. I guess how this is wrong. We see it's wrong. Let's make how do we make this part better? I'm not for all of the. I'm not for me being a GM. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I hope you guys will share as you coming in. Let me start off with that. Do that for me if you don't mind. Hit that like button if you don't mind. I'm not for that thing. What I'm for is I'm gonna assess the Jones family as GM, and then I'm gonna talk about them bad. I don't care if you want to categorize it as negative or whatever. Well, if it's negative, it's negative. If it's positive, it's positive. I don't want to spend a lot of time with us being GMs, at least right now, because we should know by now that the Jones family and we think totally different. I mean, if you ain't figured that out by now, I don't know where you been. You must just became a Cowboy fan, and that's fine. So that's what kind of sets up what I want to talk about today. And hopefully some of you guys will calm down, because your blood pressure is up already. It's too early. It's too early for that. It's too early for that. Can I just go ahead and just say this? I'm going to speak to everybody that I see in a minute. I'm sorry, relax. It's been a couple days, so let me get this out. You know what mess y'all up, y'all? You know why a lot of our blood pressures are up? You know why? Because you fell into the same situation that you always fall into, and it's the same situation that you swore that you are not going to get into. You know what that situation was? Hopes and false expectations. You did it again. Tell you what your mess up was. You know what your mess up was, y'all? I said, I got to get you back to reality. Your mess up was that when the Cowboys freed the money up, here's where you messed up. You automatically assumed it's your fault. You assumed that the Cowboys were getting ready to spend a whole lot of money and about to really go after somebody. You assumed that. And somebody gonna say, well, they said they're gonna be selectively aggressive. Okay. You thought that was a change. But what you didn't do was you forgot about the history of Stephen and Jerry Jones and what they do. They are cheap. Hello. That ain't never changed. They are cheap. The expectations is what messed you up. That's what messed you up. You did that. Jerry and Stephen remained the same. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And some of you are going to say, well, they moved quicker than they did. They did move quicker. They kept the same mentality. They did move quicker. I'll give you that. Yes. We've been saying they were going to restructure Dak and CD. That shouldn't have been no surprise to nobody. They had to. Just to get the money freed up. They didn't want that cap hit of Dak Prescott on the this year. They had to do that. That was no surprise. I've been telling y'all that for the last 2 months. It's no surprise. They had to do CD. It's no shock. They had to free up the money. But the problem was, you guys thought that they was about to go after the big fish in the pond. And my thing was telling y'all the whole time, when have they ever went after the big fish in the little pond? When? And now y'all mad. You let Myles Garrett go. Let this person go. You let those guys y'all wanted. They weren't even on the radar. Okay? So let's just be honest about the situation. The Cowboys, what messed everybody up is false expectations, hopes, hoping that some kind of way they were really going to change. The Cowboys, before I really get going, the Cowboys did what they always do. They just did it a little early. Here it is, day 1, day 2, day 3, free agency. Big names on the board. Not that we were going to get them. The Cowboys did do something on day 1, but they didn't get it from the top end. They went straight to the bottom end. That's what they did. That's what they did, y'all. They went straight from the bottom and up. That's the Cowboy way. You thought we was gonna get impact players. Cowboys just did what they always do. What is that? They get depth pieces. That's what we do. That's what we've always done. That's what Jerry and Steven have done. They went out so far and they have gotten depth pieces. You know what? Guess what? I got a super chat someone. I'm sorry. Let me speak to everybody. I'm sorry. Here, I saw your super chat. Thank you so much. Thought we were all adding all-stars, ballers, and dogs. See, that's the problem. That the problem is right there. See? They done what they always done. Let me speak to everybody. It's Jason. I see you. Appreciate you popping in. Miss Regina, how you doing? Jay Bryant, what's up? Joe, what's up? Daryl, the one and only B Bird in the house. What's going on? Kelvin Hicks, how you doing, sir? Mr. Godley, how you doing? And I'm gonna read these comments again. My friend on here, the one and only, the two brothers, generation to generation Cowboys and sports talk. Appreciate you, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? The conscience, Kevin Carr is in the building. Brian, how you doing? Mr. Craig Laughlin, how you doing? Paletero, appreciate you. Thanks for popping in. Y'all share content if you don't mind. Let know everybody know I'm here. Jay Bryan, how you doing? Jay Bryan has a little pushback on his comment. I'm gonna come back to you, Jay Bryan. Okay, CT, how you doing? Timo, I see you done popped in. Hey, I want to say hello to also to everybody on TikTok. Let me come to y'all right quick, see if somebody has something to say over there. Hello, I can't pronounce the name, but hello. Hello, it's about 5 or 6 names I don't hear. I cannot pronounce it. How y'all doing? I'm on Instagram for the first time in a while as well. Hello to all of you that are on Instagram as well. Let me get back to this. Let me go back to, I saw a little pushback. That was from Jay Bryan. I believe I'm right. Let me find it. What'd you say, Jay? Jay said my pushback is that it is change. You got different types of players. I believe this was better thought out than before. That's a reflection of the coaching change. I don't know about that, Jay Bryan, because I don't know. We don't know what Brian Schottenheimer, what he wants. We don't know. We know that the players, I will agree with you so far, that the players fit I mean, but we got so many holes. I mean, you really couldn't go wrong. Well, let's just be honest. You got so many people that's out in different positions. So, wherever you sign, it helps as far as depth goes. So I can't really just say that. I will say that Eberflus, with one of the signers, the linebackers, Jack Sampson, whatever, and I'm getting ready to show you guys this in a minute. Obviously, that helps. It's almost equivalent of Eric Kendricks coming with Mike Zimmer. You bring in a guy that knows the system, that doesn't have to have a learning curve, and that's one of Eberflus's guys. So I don't knock that at all. But like he's gonna play some linebacker for him. That's good. The trade for yesterday from Tennessee linebacker is a good group. I like him. There's some pieces there that I ain't mad at. I don't want y'all to get me wrong. I'm not mad at all. It's just that don't come when Oxnard comes and do the usual. Don't lie to me, Jerry, saying that you feel like this roster as presently constructed can compete for a Super Bowl. Don't do that. See, once you do that, you gotta keep that the whole year. And see, that's what ticks off Cowboy fans. As soon as you say that, Cowboy fans are gonna say, this ain't a Super Bowl roster. See, the problem ain't filling up for depth. We was gonna have to do that anyway. The problem is when you finish getting it, and then Jerry get up there and start running his mouth and saying this team can win 12, 13 games and all that type of stuff. And as Jason said, only time will tell. That is the truth. Only time will tell. But let's just be honest about the situation. Here's my standard. It's big time standard. This may not be your standard. This is mine. Here's my standard. The standard of the Dallas Cowboys is the Super Bowl. Why? Because we won it 5 times. That is the standard. The standard of the Pittsburgh Steelers is the Super Bowl. The standard of the San Francisco 49ers is the Super Bowl. Notice the teams that I'm calling. As crazy as this sounds, and we know they're nowhere near close, but the standard of the New England Patriots is the Super Bowl. You know you ain't going. But that's the standard. Why? Because you done put too many banners in the stadium. We ain't the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you understand me? This is the Dallas Cowboys. Yes. The standard is the Super Bowl. I don't care what y'all say. That's the standard. We ain't the New Orleans Saints. We ain't the Atlanta Falcons. We ain't the Carolina Panthers. We the Dallas Cowboys. The Super Bowl is the standard. Every time Jerry opened up his mouth, why is he saying it? Because he done held the trophy 3 times. You can't go down and start talking about, well, our goal is just to try to win the NFC East. That ain't, no. And my thought is that you're trying to get there. The Cowboys have selected a system that they feel like this is the best way to build a team and get back to the Super Bowl. What is that system? The draft and developmental system. And I'm here to tell you, without going through a whole bunch of talk, it ain't working. It's not working. And free agency, the free agency system for the Dallas Cowboys is used, obviously, as you can see right now, because see, if all of y'all that had hopes, this was your best chance. This was your best chance. They had all the money, could have went and got some real, they could have went out and got the big players that you wanted. Guess what? They could have. They chose to use, they choose, I'm sorry. They choose. It ain't just started now. It's been this way. They choose free agency to fill out depth. That they just showed you this year. If it was any year that they were gonna show you, it show you differently, it would have been this year. They didn't show you, they kept the same thing. So now I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, with money or without money, the Dallas Cowboys playing for free agency always will be, as long as these two guys are here, their job is to fill out the roster with good, with in their minds, quality depth pieces. No superstars in there. No real Pro Bowlers. No All Pros. But they got some guys in that can play. Their version of home run hitters comes through, you guessed it, the NFL draft. That's where they're going to try to get the superstars, y'all. I don't know. I don't see how anybody can argue with me on this. But if you want to, I ain't got no problem with it. Their hopes are in the draft. They're filling out the depth pieces so that they don't have to really just go out a whole bunch of depth pieces. About 3 of those guys, we got 10 picks, 3 of those guys are going to be day one starters in the draft. Maybe 4. 3, definitely 3. Maybe 4. Everybody else will be depth. That's where they're putting that's where they put the money at. And here's not the sad part. Here's the part that you and I are going to have to swallow. They have been successful in that. You got too many names. You got to go through the years now. Draft. Some of them guys were home run hitters from the very start. Even Leighton Vander Esch, his first year, he was all pro. Zach Martin, all pro. I mean, the list go on and on. Offense, defense, they hit. And they hit so well that they feel like, okay, this is the way to go. And this is the way that they operate. Now, here's my standard. I'm sorry, I just got to it. Here I go. You see, somebody gonna have to come and tell me, past all the media answers, somebody's gonna have to tell me the real truth. And the real truth is, Jerry, is this a 3 to 4 year plan on getting to the Super Bowl? Or do you really believe this team got a shot at getting to the Super Bowl? Somebody got to tell me the real truth, because then I'll know how to attack this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys can hear me. I know you can. This right here, this right here, this has not closed the gap to Washington and Philly. This is what free agency have done. This is what a couple of trades. This is what a couple of trades. This is what a couple of signings in free agency have brought to the table. This is where we are. As you look down this list, you tell me, does this close the gap? That's all I'm saying. And if you feel like it have, God bless you. As I look down this list, And some of these guys are real good ball players. Let me tell you something. They're hoping Javonte Williams can recapture his stuff before he tore his knee up. Other teams have too. He still ain't got it. Cowboys, of course, this is a typical Cowboy signing. Javonte Williams, somebody's been hurt, but it was a first-round guy or whatever. Robert Jones. I think Robert Jones is a real good signing because, of course, Miami, he started 14 games with Miami, 17. He's a starting guard. Does that mean he starts with us? Nope. But if he doesn't start, they're just a good backup guard to play or whatever. We don't know what the Cowboys going to do for the offensive line. But he's a solid player. Loved it. I love that signing. Solomon Thomas. Still young. Got potential. This is what the Cowboys do. Got potential. Just ain't put it all together yet. Hopefully, he can put it all together with that. I like Solomon Thomas. Good depth piece. We're not bringing Solomon Thomas in to be an all-pro. He's a good depth piece. I like him. Peyton Turner, another first-round draft pick who hadn't put it all together at all in New Orleans, whatever. Ain't done nothing. But guess what? Depth piece. Is he a good depth guy? Yes, he is. I don't mind that. Jack Saborn, I already told you about him. Love the pick because he comes in, Eberflus needs that type of guy that already knows what to do at the linebacker position. Plus, we need linebackers. We need a guy like him that knows the system, that jump right in, start day one, and play. Jack Saborn is that guy. Elam, the cornerback from Buffalo, the other first-round guy who really didn't start at all. 3 years, he only started 4 games. First-round guy. Guess what? Is he a good depth piece? Yes, he's a good depth piece. What are the Cowboys probably hoping for? They know Diggs probably not going to play, starting off at all. Hopefully they can kick Elam to be a Stephon Gilmore type. Y'all understand, right? If you don't start looking at Elam, you already know he's horrible in zone coverage. But playing man, he's a get up in your face, put his hands on people, and he gonna shut you down. He's good at that. The Cowboys are hoping that he can turn into a Stephon Gilmore type when we got Gilmore. I like the pick. He's a good depth piece guy. Depth. See, as long as you telling me what the system is, I can get with you. But if you talk about trying to catch up with Washington, Philadelphia, this ain't catching up with Washington, Philadelphia. It's building something. But this ain't moving the needle. No, it's not. It's some good players here. Kenneth Murray, love him. 95 tackles last year. For about 3 or 4 sacks from the linebacker position. Will hit your mouth off. Love him. We need linebackers. Of course I like that. That's a great pick. He's a day one starter. Saborn, probably one of your day one starters. We got 2 starters on linebacker if you want to play football right now. And this is without the draft, okay? Yeah, we still can draft. Osi. See, the thing about Osi, y'all, let me tell y'all something. See, y'all don't want to tell the truth. But here's the truth about Osi. Osi is a good signing for the Cowboys. He's one of your guys. He earned the right. He outplayed his contract. I'm happy Osi got the money. However, here's the truth, y'all. Appreciate everybody coming in. Here's the truth about Osi, though, that nobody don't want to talk about. Osi been here for the last 3-4 years. Isn't Osi the same defensive tackle that we always said we still got a problem with stopping the run? We still need guys up the middle. Why are we saying that? Because Olsen was one of the ones that was getting ran over. We got too much tape to show that, y'all. Defensive tackle was weak up the middle. Olsen was a part of that. See, y'all don't want to tell the truth. So when I say we resign Olsen, yes, he's a playmaker. Yes, he can get to the quarterback. Yes, can he do that? But can Olsen stop the run? See, y'all, okay. See, I already know somebody. I'm just telling you the truth. Every year, we got the same questions. Who are our defensive tackles? Year one, when Olsen was a rookie, we had the same question. Year two, who are our defensive tackles? Year three, who are our defensive tackles? See, I'm just saying, I like him. I think he's a good fit. I think he's a good ball player, but he's also a guy that we can look at mountains of tape and see that he was getting pushed up easily by offensive linemen because he was not big enough. Okay, y'all don't want to tell the truth. All right. Okay, y'all. Okay, that's fine. Let me move on. Turpin. That sign in there shouldn't even been discussed. It took too long. He's the best at his position. It ain't his fault that he raised up the market for kick returners. It's not his fault. He's the best. He's a first team All-Pro. Cavante Turpin deserved every dime of his money. Now, $6 million for a kick returner, too much. But what does that tell you? Cavante Turpin should have played a little offense now. That's what that tells you. At least that's what it ought to tell you. Cavante Turpin is fixing to get a piece of the offense. That ain't a bad deal. Brock Hoffman. You know, the Cowboys, we don't know yet. We don't know what the Cowboys are going to do on the offensive line. Let's get that straight. Nobody knows. Okay? Nobody knows. So Brock Hoffman is a guy that has worked hard and has progressed up. The only question about him is, will the Cowboys give him a chance? If not, guess what? You might be looking at a first-round offensive lineman with pick number 12. Time will only tell. Marquise Bell. I mean, come on now. I mean, hey, good special teams player. Wanye Thomas. He just won't give him a chance. Other special teams guy. What are we saying about Wanye? Wanye can play. We all know that. They just won't give him a chance. We re-signed our long snapper. Whoop, good. Okay. Tyrus Wheat. Serviceable depth piece. CJ Goodwin, our best special teams, well, maybe not the best now, but traditionally one of our best special team players. Dan Anger, of course, is a great punter. E-Law is gone. Zach retired. Jordan, and for all those who talking about why Jerry let it, Jerry wasn't gonna pay, and I wouldn't pay $10 million a year with Jordan Lewis. Come on, y'all. I wouldn't pay the money that DeMarcus Lawrence just got to the Seahawks. It's a business. You know they won't overprice those guys. Jordan Lewis got 3 years, $30 million, $10 million a year for primarily being a slot guy. Are you kidding me? No, we're not signing that. Schumer, gone to Jaguars. Golston. Now, I like Golston. My question is, since we agreed to Peyton Turner, and Chauncey Golston gone to the Giants, that's almost the same player. So that means that Peyton Turner obviously was cheaper, which is the Stephen Jones way. So there you go with that. I think Golston is a better player, but the Cowboys decided, hey, we ain't gonna pay that price. We'll just go ahead and get a little cheaper version of your Peyton Turner, and we'll roll on. But when you look at it, because I'm about to take it off again, y'all. When you look at this, it depends on where you are in your thoughts about the Cowboys. If you're telling me that this is really a silent, slight rebuild, then I'm cool with all this. I am. I'm cool with it. If you're telling me this is a we're not dirt low, we have to kind of start slightly over again, and we're on a 3 to 4 year plan. This right here and this draft will be crucial foundations for the next 2 to 3 years, and check us out again in about a year and about another couple years from now, and we'll change our language and say, hey, we're really going after this championship this year. Then when I look at this list, I'll say, okay, pretty decent, good role players, good, depth pieces. I'll give you that. Okay, that's fine. But if you're telling me that you're trying to win now, this list ain't gonna cut it for me. And you had money. So that it just depends on how you're looking at it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It all depends on how. So my question to you guys is this, just to calm everybody down. Calm everybody, calm it down. Cause see, you can't have everybody. You can't. We gonna have, when it's all said and done, we're gonna have 3 guys that are at the top or will be at the top of their position. I mean, Josh Allen just took over Dak. So before Josh Allen got paid, Dak was the highest paid player in league history. Now he's not. Just that quick, y'all. But he's number 2. CD, one of the top receivers when it's all said and done, when Chase get his money and Jefferson already got his, CD gonna fall probably 3 or 4. One of the top 5 in his positions. Michael Parsons probably will be the highest paid defensive player ever to play in the game. Myles Garrett got his. Michael's next. The market demands that Michael Parsons is going to be the highest paid guy in the league. Those 3 guys there, you got to build around them. You can sprinkle in a guy. Okay? You can sprinkle in a couple guys and make it happen. But the Cowboys are going to be honest in some type of way and tell us where we really are. Can we compete? Yes. But it depends on what you compete. The fact still remains is this. See, I don't expect us to look like Washington. They got a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. They can do this type stuff. They can spend money. That's why they went and got Tunsil. That's why they went and got Debo. Because they can. Because their quarterback is on a rookie deal. They got a chance to stack the deck. That's what Washington should be doing. See, I'm not comparing us really to Washington. I'm just saying bad timing because Washington really gets a chance to stack the deck right now. Philly just showed you just not just in case y'all been paying attention. Look how many folks they done lost already. They got what they wanted. They won the Super Bowl. But now they number 1 defense done took nice blows. They lost about 4, 5, 6 people. That ain't the same team that they were already defensively. And they got 2 new coordinators. But they the champs. They the standard. But they not the same team. I'm more concerned about Washington than I am about Philly. As long as Jaden Daniels is on a rookie contract, you literally can stack the deck. And fill them out with some real dogs. And you can go ahead and y'all check. They just made the NFC Championship game in a rookie year. I'm not saying they're gonna be there every year, but I'm saying they got a chance to stack the deck, and that is exactly what they are doing. And in this league, y'all can say what you know. I ain't the say all end all. So as I said before, I'm not the say all end all. It is what it is. Listen, in this league here, the history of the teams that have won the Super Bowl have showed us that the draft and developmental system is not going to win the World's Championship. The way the teams that have won lately have been teams that have got ultra aggressive in free agency and went out and stacked the deck, and they got a banner in their stadium to prove that system has worked. I don't care what y'all say. Please don't let me go down the last few years. Please don't. Please don't. I guess I'm going to have to. The Rams did it when they won a few years ago. They said, forget the draft picks. We're going to go get Jalen Ramsey. We're going to get Dante Fowler. We're going to get all these guys that go with Aaron Donald. We're going to go get Matthew Stafford. And we're going to go win the Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowl's in our home stadium. And we're going to win it. We don't care nothing about next year. And folks said the Rams are going to fall off. I can't tell. Rams just picked up Devontae Adams to go with Puka. Stop it. Still got Stafford. Still got a Pro Bowl running back there. Still got a defense. Stop it. Tampa Bay with Brady. They reconstructed their whole roster to fit Tom Brady. What happened? The Super Bowl's in their stadium. What did they say? We ain't got long. We got Tom Brady for just a couple years. The time to win is now. We got to go ahead and get it out. What Tampa Bay do when it got Gronk from WWE? What did they do? It went and got pure defense everywhere. What happened? They won the Super Bowl. They ain't have time to draft and all that type of stuff. We want to win. We want to win now. The window is very closed. We got to win now. Kansas City. It's amazing to me how they paid Mahomes. He got a flexible contract. They always end up getting a super piece, don't they? Don't they? If it ain't on offense, it's on defense. They live in the Super Bowl. Hello. Philly, just this year's champion. What did they do? We got to get over this 12-5 team in our division. We done built this whole defense according to how to beat Dallas. We got to construct our defense to beat Dallas. Ain't nobody else in our division we worried about. We got to get past that. Dallas is going to win 10-plus ball games every year as long as they're healthy. Philly is saying we got to compete with Dallas. Their whole team was built off of beating Dallas. They got Bland and Diggs. We need 2 wide receivers in. We need AJ. We need Devontae. We need Goddard in the middle. We need a run. Then this year, they just said, forget it. We're going to go and stack this deck. We're going to go and do it. We know we don't supposed to pay a running back this much money. We know it. But what we gonna do, we gonna go and bring Saquon in. We gonna go and stack this deck. We going after it. Forget the Cowboys. We going after the Chiefs now. We gonna sign Saquon. Everybody else say he costs too much and all that. Forget all that. We trying to win the Super Bowl. They get Saquon 2,000 plus yards later. Guess what happened? Yeah, you got it. They won the Super Bowl. So you can't tell me that going free agency don't work. It's too many rings been given out. Don't want to hear about that this system works. The draft and developmental system will have you drafting between 12 and 21 every year in the draft. Oh, you don't believe it? What the Cowboys drafting? So you just got to tell me where we really are, and then I cool out. But I don't need it, because see, I'm a Cowboy. My eyes telling me that you're really not trying to go after the Super Bowl. You're just trying to stay competitive. That's what you're trying to tell me. God bless this coaching staff, because I guarantee you, Coach Schottenheimer, you know, I know he looking at some of these friends and man, God dang, oh wait. I wish Jerry and Steven would just, I know Schottenheimer saying that. I know he is. Because see, Jerry and Steven, I told you guys a couple days ago, I told you this was the time when the organization usually mess up. Because this is the time when Jerry and Steven take center stage. When it comes to off-season, free agency, and these little draft and little trades, this is Steven and Jerry Jones territory. And this is usually when it all mess up. And this is also when the coaching staff get the blame for what happened and don't happen. When Jerry and Steven don't get the proper groceries, if you want to say, to this new coaching staff. So far, what if Jerry and Steven have given Coach Schottenheimer? Oh, y'all don't, okay. I'll tell y'all. Y'all tell me what they giving them. That's what they've given them, right there. This is what you've given your brand new coaches. This is what you've given them. This is what you've given them. So you tell me what really have they given them. They gave them a bunch of depth pieces. Not difference makers. A bunch of depth pieces. And some of these guys can flat out play. This is what they're giving them. And now what you're doing is what you've always done. Now what you're doing is putting your eggs all in on the draft. So, to answer this question, since it's obvious this is what they were doing, y'all. I know some of y'all don't like the message, but it is. This is the true message. Okay, so since that is the case, all right, then here you go. Hey, Marcus on Instagram. Appreciate you popping in on me. All right, here you go. So since we all know they're all in on the draft, because they were all in on giving you depth in free agency. And there's plenty more to go. They're going to be cheap, as they always are, and then they're going to sneak one of these guys from the UFL coming out. UFL stars, I think this weekend or something like that. They always going to go get somebody from the UFL. They got 90-man roster coming up for training camp. They got to fill out spots, y'all. So, you know, some of these names we ain't going to know. We're going to be saying like, what? Don't say all that. Listen, they got to fill out. They got to get 90 guys. Get ready to go to training camp in a few more months. After the draft, they gotta go ahead and they gotta sign these guys. They're gonna sign some unrestricted guys that weren't drafted. They're gonna do all that. You know it's coming. The big names, they're gone. They're gone. So I ain't saying we need a second wide receiver in free agency. I think they're gonna go with the draft for that. I don't think they're gonna put no money on Cooper Kupp. They don't want to get into a bidding war for Cooper Kupp. That's the name that everybody's talking about. Whoever, Stephon Diggs, all these guys, there's bidding wars. Cowboys don't want no bidding war. They don't like it. Okay? I think they can find the number 2 receiver in the draft, to be honest with you. But I think they already kind of know with the plan that they're going to go with, even in the draft. So which leads me to this. Because, again, let me show you one more time, because y'all can't convince me. Now, y'all might convince other folks. Y'all can convince other folks. But this right here, this is just a lineup full of good depth pieces. Not difference makers, depth pieces. That's what all I'm looking at right there. And it's okay. I don't see no game changers in that. I see possibly 2, and those 2 guys that we already had. That's Devontae Turpin. That's all pro. Got to give him respect. And Osi. You know, other than that, bunch of depth. That's what that is. It's just the truth, y'all. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. It is. Okay? And the Cowboys may be going with that. If that's what Williams just said, he just said Mingo is the number 2. Mingo got a lot to show a lot of people in. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But if Mingo is your guy, Mingo is your guy. He's not mine. Okay? He's not mine. So yeah, I don't trust Mingo. I don't think he's all that at all. I don't. And if this is what we're running out here for, then we're going to have the same issue that we had last year. See, CD needs somebody that's going to take the pressure where he ain't double team every play. Right now, if you give me that, William, CD is still going to be double team every play. And now you're depending on Mingo and Tolbert to win. We already seen that. We already seen Tolbert try to win. See what I'm saying? So I can't. No. You gonna have some guys in the draft who can come in and bring serious problems to a defensive coordinator. I named 2 of them. I named 3 of them, actually. Take McMillan, if he's there at 12. You bring McMillan in, you just upgraded your offense easily. If you bring in Luther Burden, you just upgraded your offense immediately. Go ahead and single up Burden or McMillan against one cornerback and watch what happens. If you go get the kid from Ohio State, Imuga or Iboka or whatever, you just upgrade. If you go get, and I'm gonna throw a name out later on, if you go get Savion Williams from TCU, you just upgraded your offense. I'm just talking about from the wide receiver position. I say let's go play football. Okay? That's what I'm saying. If you go give me Isaiah Bond, I'll take it. I'll take it. There's a couple other names. I will take it. So you got a chance to get it together in the draft. I like Kupp. I do. Kupp would be a great upgrade. He's better than Cooks right now. He will come in and start day one. And if you single up Cooper Kupp against one cornerback, it is going to be barbecue chicken. I know Cooper Kupp just got hurt last year, but other than last year, he's been solid. He's been there. He's an all-pro wide receiver. He goes completely crazy. He don't need help. He's one of the best route runners in the world. If you give me Cooper Kupp right now, you just upgraded your offense. Are we going to do it? No. I don't think so. Us Cowboys don't want to get into a bidding war. And I saw somebody say he's already, Seattle wants him. That's fine. Cowboys aren't the only team that wants Cooper Kupp. It ain't no surprise. Cooper Kupp gonna have a choice. But if you're not getting him, some folks say get Diggs. Well, it fits the Cowboys. A guy coming off another ACL surgery. How many times are we gonna keep doing this type stuff? Going to get guys that are just coming off ACLs and they're not themselves and all that. Why do we always want to go get guys like that? I don't care nothing about his brother being on the team. I could care less. If you bring me Diggs, can he play? And then, do you really want Stephon Diggs in your locker room? A true diva who, if he don't get the ball, he gonna pout, he gonna cry, he gonna have his face all looking crazy. Some guys you don't even want in your locker room. I'm sorry. I like Matthew Golden too. That's the other name I was thinking about, Jay Bryant. I really, and you thank you for the correction. Even though I do like Bond, but Matthew Golden is way better. That's the name I forgot. These are guys that will come in and immediately plug them in. A1, let's go play football. I don't want Diggs. Too much of a diva. Too much of an attitude problem. And then he'll come in thinking he's number one. You ain't number one. You're number two. CD's number one. So you ain't going to get no 100 catches. You're not going to get it. He's the kind of guy that would have attitude issues. He is. That's what he always has been. Why should I think he ain't going to be nothing different? Sorry. Yeah, it would be a nice story to have him and his brother on the same team, and that would be that would probably motivate Trayvon to hurry up and get on the field. It'll be a great thing, great storyline, but he coming off ACL. I don't want him. I don't even know if he's running right now. I don't know. Okay. So let's you gonna have to think like the Cowboys in a minute now. You're gonna have to start thinking like them. They're putting their eggs in the basket of these drafts. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody hanging with me for a minute. Let me tell you guys, all you guys are on Twitter that's on here. And why ain't Twitter saying something? All y'all on here, and y'all ain't said a word. I can see your comment if you say something. I want to know what Twitter. I got about almost 50 people. Dang, there's 50 people on Twitter right now. But nonetheless, hello to all of you that's on Twitter. Appreciate you hanging with me. Now, let me go with this. If we are putting our eggs in one basket and we're going to get our superstars, hey, what's up, Chris? We're going to get our superstars from the draft, then what does that tell me? What that tells me is you better hit a home run in this draft. You better hit home runs, especially in those first 3 picks. Round 1, 2, and 3. You had better be hitting me. What's up, Jeff? You had better be hitting home runs. BWO, look, we've been saying that for 20, 30 years. It ain't gonna happen. So Ain't no sense of you raising your blood pressure, BWO. Jerry Jones will forever have the keys, and if he ain't got the keys, his son got the keys. And that ain't saying nothing either. So it ain't no sense of even getting your blood pressure built up over there. You just got to find a way. So we really are. This is where the Cowboys are gonna have to show me. And let me condition y'all now. I ain't been with you guys in a couple weeks or so, or whatever, a couple days or so. Let me tell y'all this. Don't be mad. Okay? Listen to me good. Because I'm finna mess some of y'all up right here on this one. Don't be mad. Oh, Robert, I already said that. I think it's a fine pickup. Great pickup with him. I think he'll come in starting day one. He's a good linebacker. Had 95 tackles last year. About 3 or 4 sacks. I think that is a good pickup. Good, solid pickup. Former first round player. He has some production to his name. He's not an all-pro. He's not a Pro Bowl guy, but he can play. He will hit you dead in your mouth with pure physicality, and I love that. He's a brutal type linebacker. He will knock your head off. Love it. Okay? I like that pick, Rob. Love it. But look, let me tell y'all this. Let me get this to you. Don't be surprised, y'all, because the name is picking up some steam, and I'm picking up steam for him. I'm not saying I would pick him, but I won't be mad if you do. Let me tell y'all something. At 12, see, y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Don't be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys picks up Booker, the guard from Alabama. And let me tell y'all something before y'all poo-poo over it and everything else. His comparison is Quentin Nelson. If you don't know who Quentin Nelson is, he's the best guard in football for the last 4 or 5 years. On there, been an all-pro ever since he walked into the league. Every year. That's the comparison that he has. He is the truth. He is mean. He destroys people. You better go look at the tape. And that's 10 years. That's about a 10-year player. Don't be, because see, y'all gonna be mad. If Ted McMillan is there at 12, you're gonna be mad. If some kind of way Genty is there, which I doubt very seriously, if he's there though, you're gonna be mad because there's gonna be a whole bunch of other guys, and y'all gonna be mad and y'all say, here we go again. Cowboys gotta pick a first round offensive lineman. Here we go again with this mess. They always got to go get it. They're allergic to getting anything else but a first round pick, offensive lineman. But this dude right here, y'all, you better go watch him. I'm telling you right now. I'm almost leaning and saying pick him at 12. Just trying to tell you. Now, y'all ain't gonna like that, but I'm just telling you. I ain't gonna be mad if we pick McMillan if he's there. I wouldn't be mad if you pick Genty if he's there. I wouldn't be mad if you pick the linebacker if he's there. I wouldn't be mad. But I definitely wouldn't be mad if we pick Booker. You don't believe me? Go watch him and see. And I'm telling y'all, this dude right here will come in, and you talking about solidifying the offensive line. It is what it is. David White. Sir, I see how you coming in with your strong statement, saying that the Cowboys are trash. I don't know where you stand. I don't know what team you with. If you're saying that Cowboys are trash, you're entitled to that opinion. But your last statement saying that we'll be competing with the Giants for third place, I don't know that. And you don't either. Games got to be played. I don't know if we're going to be in third place with the Giants. I don't know. We might be just battling for last place. Then again, we might be right in the hunt for first place. I don't know if Washington is going to be that good like they were last year. They just won a whole bunch of last-second games. Remember that? Won about 4 or 5 of them. What if they lost all 5 of them? Where would they really be? I don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to be as good as he was last year. You know, things change. I don't know that. We'll see, Dave. Don't check me out during the season, and we'll see. Games got to be played. So I don't know that. And you don't know it either. So I'll just leave it at that. All right. Regardless of where the Cowboys are, because of the way that they're constructing this team, I gotta find at least 3 starters in this draft. Maybe 4. But I gotta have at least 3. There ain't no question about that. And it seems as if that we're gonna have to find those 3 starters in the draft. So guess what? We got to have home runs for real now. I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no. Let me see a guy that y'all all know. Some of y'all too young. Tony Gwynn home runs. Tony Gwynn was known as one of the greatest baseball hitters of all time. Won several batting championships. And when he hit home runs for the season, he'll have maybe about 9, 10 a year, 10 home runs, but they be barely over the fence. You go down the line and right and left field, it's 330 down the line. Tony Gwynn home runs be about 334. They home runs count the same, but they barely over the fence. That ain't the home runs I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about Mark McGwire type home runs. You know, the ones that be getting hit on the roof. Barry Bonds type home runs. You know, Pete Alonso type home, Aaron Judge type home. Stuff that you just stand there. The fielders don't even turn it back. They just see the ball. Once it come off the bat, they know it's gone. I'm talking about that's the kind of home runs I'm talking about in this draft. Some no doubt 475-foot shots in the first and the second and the third round. That's what we got to have because of the way the team is being constructed. You got a bunch of depth pieces. Okay, that means I need my starters to come out the draft then. That's the way you done set it up. Okay. 12, I don't want no raggedness at all. You done set it up this way. So now my expectation is that whoever's drafted at 12, they walk in the door starting immediately. Second round, starter immediately. I'm going to even say third round, starter immediately. I'm just saying. I got to have it now. Huh? BWO says, mine green. I don't know what you're saying. Green would go well with Parsons. Make 2 edge rushers that can get big time pressure. I don't know who you're talking about. Type his name in, BWO. I don't know if you misspelled Green. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. So that's really all I wanted. You know, it took me a while to get here, but here it is. Because of this, okay, good depth pieces, because of depth pieces Nobody really here. I can see, let me see. Out of all the signings, I see 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 starters out of all the re-signings and the free agent signings and out the guys that we signed back. I see 4 guys that probably will be starters. I see Jack Saborn as a starter. I see Kenneth Murray as a starter. I'm sorry, 5. I see Elam as a starter because Diggs will be hurt starting off. I see OC as a starter. And Robert Jones and Brock Hoffman are possible starters. Everywhere else, that's just a little piece of it. Because of that, you got to give me something. You got to give me something in the draft to take care of the rest of the starters. You do. That's what they left us. So the draft got to be home runs. It does. It does. I gotta have it. And if I don't, and we'll know. It ain't gonna be long, y'all. We got what, 44 days into the draft. We got all this time. Look, I gotta have it. And yeah, my expectations done went up on the draft. Mike Green from Marshall. Mike Green is a dog. PWO, you're right. That would be an excellent pick. Nolan is a good pick too. Not at 12. I don't want Walter Nolan at 12. At 12, I need one of my guys that's there, that's gonna be there. You know, the names, everybody know the names. I don't want no pick at 12, and once we draft them, and then everybody gonna say, what in the world? No, we're not, no. Hey, hi Rod, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly. I ain't got time for it. I don't have time. What's up, hi Rod? Appreciate you popping in on me. So I don't know. We got a lot of weeks to go before all this happened. My brother Sports Junkie then came in. What's going on, Sports Junkie? We got a little way. We got about 4 weeks. I'm saying because of this. I'm gonna say it again. Cause see, I'm here to tone everything back down to normal. I say I got Cowboy fans acting like this stuff is the greatest stuff since sliced bread, and then I got Cowboy fans saying that this right here ain't about nothing. No, it's something. It's just you got to call it like it really is. When you look at this list, if you're gonna be honest, this is a bunch of depth. That's all this is. Yes, there are some starters in here. But overall, this is a bunch of depth. That's what this is. And so since this is just a lot of depth pieces, okay, that means we're still lacking in some electricity. Okay, you gave me the depth, and we need it anyway, because when training camp starts, we all know you got to have 90 players. So the Cowboys were going to do this either now or later. You still got a lot of guys they got to get. There's going to be a whole bunch of guys that y'all don't even know, and I don't even know. So we already know they just got a nice little head start on it. That's fine. but you got to give me some electricity. And it seems as if that the electricity is going to have to come from the draft. So rounds 1, 2, and 3, you got to give it to me. That's where we are. Because of what you have given us as far as the draft goes, I mean, as far as free agency goes right now, there ain't nobody on there needle movers. Nobody. There's nobody on there that'll needle movers. Fine. You got to go give me at least 1 or 2 needle movers from the draft. And I'm not saying they got to be first team all pros, but they got to come in and be an impact. Because see, on this right here, let me be fair. Let me be fair. All right. Impact. Let me see. Impact guys. Possibly Robert Jones. Why am I saying that? He possibly might be your guard. Possibly. Solomon Thomas. No. Turner, no. Saborn, yes. Impact. Why? Because he's going to be your starter. That's one of Eberflus guys. He started in Chicago. Conference Day, he's going to start in Dallas. That's an impact. He got to bring some impact because he started. Elam, probably yes, because we all know that the Diggs will not start. Is another guy that Eberflus likes. He's probably going to be your starting off, so he got to have some type of impact. Definitely Kenneth Murray. Murray definitely is going to have to bring impact because I know he's going to start. Osi, yeah, he's going to have to start. He's going to have to be impact. Turpin, definitely impact. I'm not sure about Brock Harper because I don't know if he's going to start or not. Everybody else, other than the punter, who's obviously a starter, other than that, I think I counted maybe about 4 or 5 guys maybe that have to be impact because they going to come in playing. Where the rest of it at then? You have to come from the draft. Okay? He's got to come from the draft. It's got to come from the draft. So a home run got to be hit now. That's really all I'm trying to tell you. By the way, since these last few days don't went by, all this is telling me is that the eggs are being in the basket of the NFL draft of the Dallas Cowboys. That's the only thing left that is going to excite this fan base. That's the only thing left. The only other thing, I take it back. Now, if you hear that the Cowboys signed Cooper Kupp, fan base going to be excited overall. There'll be some that'll knock it or whatever. But overall, most people will say good pickup. If they sign Diggs, even though I don't want Diggs at all, Stephon Diggs, I don't want him. But Cowboy fans will be hype about that. See what I'm saying? I won't be excited about that. The only real thing that's really going to excite this fan base, the only thing left, because your excitement, if you're excited about depth pieces, then you popping champagne bottles right now. If you're excited about depth pieces, because none of this was needle movers, then you're excited today. You are. And I ain't finna kill you for that. Because again, like I said, remember what I said, somebody gonna have to tell me what the overall goal is. If you're talking about a little bill for the next 1 or 2 years and moving up so that we can go ahead and build towards a Super Bowl, then I like everything the Cowboys have done. But we all know what Jerry Jones gonna say in Oxnard. That this team can compete for a Super Bowl. And just those 2 words there, and you gonna be looking, and I'm gonna go back as soon as he say it, and I'm gonna say, with this, with this, this is what you call Super Bowl moves. This, huh? See, as long as you telling me that we're competing, you know, key words, we're competing, we're trying to win our division. If you're telling me that, then I would say, okay, this is a good, you know, this is a pretty good start. You know, you're trying to build, get the quality, depth, and all that. That's fine. But if you're talking about saying we're trying to go to the Super Bowl, that's what Jerry say all the time. And I'm gonna come right back with this little thing right here. I'm gonna flash this up. I'm saying, you trying to tell me these are the moves you made because you trying to get close to a Super Bowl? Really? Really? They're good depth pieces, but this ain't no move for no Super Bowl. That ain't. So somebody gonna have to tell me what we really trying to do. See? Darryl said Dwayne Yates should be starting over Donovan Wilson. Man, they won't give him a chance. Remember, they gotta, in order for that to happen, Darryl, Cowboys will have to drop their system. What system is that? They will have to drop that mentality that if we're paying you, you're playing. Why am I saying that? Because they paid Donovan Wilson. And once you pay your players in Dallas, they automatically play, no matter if the person behind them on the bench is better. Cowboys ain't gonna do that. They're not. You saying he can't cover? Guess what? They don't care. He paid him. He paid him, and that's why he playing. Everybody know Wanye Thomas is a playmaker. It seems like every time he on the field, something good happens. How many times do we get on the field? How many times do we get on the field? Okay. So that mentality had to be killed, and you know the Cowboys ain't doing that. So I ain't gonna even waste my time with that. Donovan Wilson will be your starting strong safety. Wanye Thomas will be on the special team. It's that simple. Just that simple. Shane, can you tell me why the Cowboys are so leery of using free agency? I just don't understand what made them so gun shy. Again, Shane, they aren't gun shy. They weren't gun shy. The fans assumed that they were going to pull the trigger on X player or this player and that. The fans assumed that. The Dallas Cowboys, Jerry and Steven, had a plan. While everybody on day one was fishing in the big pond, the Cowboys immediately went to the little pond. They started signing free agents from the bottom up. Everybody saying, what are we going to do? Day one, fishing. Cowboys did this year. You know what they did? They went and got Javonte Williams. That was your day one. If I'm not mistaken, they went and got Robert Jones, day one. They did do day one free agent shopping. They did exactly what everybody said. I wish the Cowboys would go day one shopping. They did. They went and got Javonte Williams, and they went in and got Robert Jones. They're not gun shy. That was their plan. See, we got plans for the Dallas Cowboys. And as I said before, the Cowboys got other plans. Their plans aren't our plans. They don't think like us. Everybody was going after, DK Metcalf. And, everybody assumed Myles Garrett was going to be gone. He never was a free agent. Everybody was talking about this and that. All these big name guys. And Devontae Adams. Everybody was talking about that. Oh, can you imagine Devontae and CD together? Oh, can you imagine DK Metcalf and CD together? Dallas Cowboys didn't even pick up the phone. Weren't even trying to. Their mind was the look. While everybody, y'all wanted this big fish fishing. That's what y'all wanted. The Dallas Cowboys picked up the phone and dialed the agent of Javonte Williams. They knew what they were doing. They called for Ronald Jones, the guard from Miami, on day one. Freed up all the money. Could have done a little deep fishing in the big pond. Oh, no. They got a purpose. Got their fishing rod and went to the smallest pond possible. Some of y'all don't like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes. So Shane, they ain't gun shy. They pulled the trigger. You just didn't hear it. Because most folks were too busy listening at the big pond. That ain't where they shot their shots at. They shot their shots in that little small pond. Because they cheap. That's your answer. They're cheap. That's the reason why. And see, the reason why folks are mad is because their expectations was that we was about to go real big fish shopping. And the Cowboys remain the same as they have the last 8-9 years. Cheap is the way to go. They use free agency for depth, not impact. So I've been saying it for years. But every year, we get a whole bunch of folks. Y'all got it's y'all fault. I told Sports Junkie that. It's y'all fault. Cowboys ain't changed. It's y'all fault. Y'all had these expectations that because the money got freed up, y'all were counting the dollars. Oh my God, the Cowboys got $52 million. They free. They about to go. What y'all say? They freed up that money to go big fish hunting. They did. That's why they did it. That's what y'all said. And boy, they put their pen in y'all balloon. And the cow, y'all forgot. Y'all forgot the words of Jerry Jones just this year. And Steven. Y'all heard them say selectively aggressive, but what y'all chose to forget was that Jerry and Steven both said, why would we spend all this money on one player when we can go get 2 to 3 players for the same value of money? Y'all forgot that, didn't you? I didn't. Y'all forgot it. Y'all forgot that. And y'all thought that they really had changed? Day one of free agency. Everybody is fishing at the big pond. The Dallas Cowboys are over at this flea market fishing pond. And they go on day one of free agency. They say the Dallas Cowboys, went across the ticket, have signed Javonte Williams. I don't know why I don't know why I got your whole build up. I'm sorry. See, y'all don't see here at the Big Time Show. This is where the truth comes out. I ain't trying to find no solutions because I know who run the front office. I ain't got no hope. I let those optimistic content creators, I let the optimistic fans, I will let you have your optimism. As soon as you get your pen put in your balloon, I need you to come see me. Where I can console you and say, hey, don't do this again now. Look, we'll pat you on your head, lean your back and say, hey, I tried to, you didn't want to listen to me now, but I tried to tell you, okay? I tried to tell you what the pattern was of the show. You didn't want to hear me. You get your eyes, you drunk the Kool-Aid. I tried to tell you to put the cup down. You didn't want to do it. You saw the 52 million. You automatically assumed that they was about to go do something. I told you that the Cowboys ain't gonna do it. They gonna go cheap like they always do. They gonna go get depth. They're not gonna go get impact in free agency. Now you mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. And don't be mad. Come see me and do that. Just calm down. Next year when this time come up again, don't get too hyped. Stop looking at the top of the free agency window. Stop it. Look from middle down. Don't look at the top. This ain't Madden 25. You ain't gonna get a fantasy thing. This is the Dallas Cowboys. We can draft and end up getting some guys, like Michael and CD who fell in our lap. That's your only hope. Y'all got to come. See, I'm here to try to help you. I'm not here to point the finger and say I told you so. But I did tell you. That's why I'm cool. Because I expected this. Because I know the pattern of the Cowboys. They've never changed. And don't be surprised if you start seeing across your ticker that the Cowboys signed this person and that person. You're going to be like, oh my God. All the big fish gone, y'all. Ain't no more big fish left. There's some solid guys still in the pool. It's some solid guys, but not needle movers. They can help your team, and that's fine. If you want superstars, if you want to call them superstars, they rookies, but hey, if you want the names are going to come in the draft. I'm just telling y'all what's about to go down. Trying to tell you. And the sooner that we realize that this is the way it is, your blood pressure won't go up too high. Because you know what to expect. William. What did you say, William? Dallas played the AFC West and the NFC North. Because Dallas had the physicality to compete with this roster. I don't want Amari. Amari wouldn't come back anyway, Darren, because Amari left for other reasons than football. I don't think Jones will even open up the door with him. That go back to the COVID days. So, I don't. Amari Cooper, no. To answer your question, William, because you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. You are a Dallas Cowboy fan, William. And you watch the games like I do. And you know so far all the off-season moves and the roster that we already have. You know what the AFC West is. That's Kansas City, the Raiders, Chargers, and Denver. The NFC North, the Lions, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Vikings, Lions, Bears. Who else I'm missing? I forget. Jesus. I used to know that stuff off the top of my head. I'm not doing that. But regardless, y'all hear me out. Who's that fourth NFC North team? Here's your answer. Here's your answer. You tell me. You tell me. Are we physical enough? Add that into what we already have. You tell me. Are we physical enough? Tell me. I ain't gonna say nothing. Everybody, you can ask that question to one Cowboy fan, they gonna say yes. And then you gonna say it to another Cowboy fan, they gonna say no. You just you look at that, and then you fill out the other spots that are on the team with guys who are already under contract, and you tell me, and all the pieces that are missing is guys from the draft. You tell me, are we physical enough? That's all I'm saying. The Packers, I'm sorry, there it is, The Pack. You tell me, are we ready for the Packers, the Bears, the Lions, and the Vikings? You tell me, are we ready for Kansas City, Denver, the Raiders, and the Chargers, along with the NFC? I mean, tell me, if we do enough with our roster as of now to get ready for that? There's your answer right there. Plus with the team that we already have. You tell me, are we ready to play grind out football? You talking about running the football a whole lot. You tell me. Are the playoff teams that I just called off in those two divisions? A lot of playoff teams. And keep in mind, the Raiders will get better because they probably going to get a quarterback. And you add that with what they already have, the Raiders probably going to get a little bit better. Okay? So, again, see, we ain't got to have no analysis. It could just be opinion and speculation. All you got to do is look at this right here, this list. And you be the judge. Because like I said, in William Keel's case, William is a Cowboy fan and a very smart football guy. You tell me, are we physical enough? I rest my case. I do. I'm just, can we compete? I would say yes. Can we win? I would say yeah. Because our roster is incomplete. You give me a nasty number 2 wide receiver over there. That changes the whole offense, if you ask me. The offense becomes very dangerous with another killer on the other side. So it's to really be honest with you, too early to tell. But as of now, as the list just shows, these are your Dallas Cowboys 2025 edition. And all that's telling me is, guess what? We need some more. Get a decent job. Matter of fact, let me just go and put y'all on the front street. All of y'all that's here, y'all Okay, let me get to Shane first. See, y'all going to tell me the truth. Big time about my previous question, I'm trying to figure out whether Jones changed their philosophy about building through the draft. Was it before Garrett or Parcells? I can't remember. I think it was primarily through more Garrett than Parcells. Parcells had to complain of that he couldn't get the groceries. Jared was still wild. Jared was still wild. Jared was still wild at the time. He'll go out and get a T.O. He'll go out and get a Roy Williams, the wide receiver from Detroit. You know, Jared was still, I'm not even sure it was salary cap then. Jared would go get guys. So that was a different time. I don't think it's Parcells. I think this draft and development stuff started with Garrett, because that would take you back to the 8-8 seasons, 3 or 4 in a row, and they never gave Romo a whole lot of help defensively. That is, Romo had plenty of offensive help. He had plenty of offensive help. They never gave Romo a defense at all. So there's the difference. And you're right. This stuff ain't just started. It's been this way for a long time. The draft and developmental system, it has been this way a long time. And that's the system, and that's what they go by. And if it was any year that it was going to be broken, it would have been this year, because they had the money to do something different, really different. They didn't do it. So based off, since they done it, since y'all know it now, I need to hear what y'all got to say real quick. I need a grade for free agency so far. I need a grade. I need like y'all in school, A, B, C, D, or F. I need a grade. Type it in. If y'all need help, here we go. Based off of this, I need a grade for free agents. I need a grade. Since y'all, so I want to see, I'm interested to see those that will give them a B plus and a B and above. I'm interested to see what you have to say. Give me a grade. Everybody in here, just type it in. If you're on Twitter, give it to me. William says a C. Robert King says a C. And William put a little detail on his. He says it's C impact, not there, but potential maybe. Okay. I need a grade. He's off this list. Brian Doble says a B. I appreciate you, Brian. Brian, give me why you're saying a B. I'm just interested. I really want to know. If y'all want to know what I'm saying it's a C. Just average. I mean, I could go a C plus and maybe even a B minus, because you do have some starters out of that. You know, there ain't no Pro Bowl guys, but you got some solid guys. You got some real solid guys out of there. Murray solid. Saban is solid. Elam, jury's still out on him. OC is a starter. Vontae Turpin takes care of your special team. Everybody else on there is special team. You got Robert Jones at the top. Maybe a starter. Might. Solomon Thomas is going to be a rotational guy. They're going to start Mozzie and Post. Javonte Williams, possibly your number 2 running back. That's all. I might go a B- just to say. I'm going to go with C because you got starters, but there ain't nothing to just go crazy about. Y'all ain't typing in the grades. All y'all on Twitter, type it in for me. If you're on Twitter, give me a grade there. Give me a grade. Give me a grade there. Those of you that are on Instagram, give me a grade. If you're on Twitter, if you're on TikTok, hey, what's up? I see everybody. I'm sorry. Let me talk to TikTok. JR King, I see you. Drew, what's up? Colin, Scorpio, Professional Cowboy, Jake OP. Appreciate all you guys. A lot of y'all joined in at least for one moment in time. Appreciate all of y'all. Y'all give me a grade there. Put it in the comments if you're there. Put it in the comments. I want to know if you're watching, you can see the list there on TikTok. Brian said, I give it a B with the free agent trade and not an A because there's not that big impact player. So, Brian, I appreciate your answer. So what I'm going to assume is that you're thinking that these guys are a little bit better than just being called solid. Because, or maybe you're saying they are solid. That's just a pretty high grade to me. I'm not saying you're wrong, and who knows? You're Brian. You may be. It might turn into an A. You might have these guys may be some serious contributors. Very well, maybe. I understand you. I understand what you're saying. And I appreciate that. Somebody else needs to throw it up there. I got almost 75 people watching. I got well over that. Combined, I got over about 200 people watching. I need to see the grades. So far, out of about 200 people, about 4 of y'all gave me a grade, and I got 5. Somebody give me a grade real quick. I just want to see what you guys think of that. See if TikTok done add it on. I see A. No, on here. Ain't no way in the world I'm giving them an A. No way. All right. I ain't gonna stay there and wait on you. It's just interesting. We will see if they got maybe about 1 or 2 more guys they gonna sign. They'll be done at least. Starting with that, and then we got to get ready for pro day and the draft. That's what we got to get ready for. All right. I appreciate everybody, man. Listen, I thank you guys. Listen, I didn't say this at first. I need everybody that's on Twitter. Need you guys to hit that screen and notice those blue hearts, if you don't mind. I need about 20 of those. Peace. If you're on Twitter, just hit that screen for me. Just tag that. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. I need about 20. Smash it. It won't take long at all won't take long at all to do that. Just smash it just like this. Smash it. You'll be done in about 4 or 5 seconds. If you're on YouTube, I need you to hit that heart button for me. Give me about 20 apiece if you're on there. If you're on TikTok, I think there's a like button or something like that. Give me about 20. Instagram, if you're on there, go ahead and hit that like button for me as well. I would appreciate that. If you want to contribute to the podcast, if you're on Facebook, you hit those stars. If you're on YouTube, you can do the super chat button there. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, or either one of the ones I called out earlier, you can do that as well by going to Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. $ the Big Time Show. That is how you can contribute if you want to do it financially. Not a requirement, not begging for sure. But if you want to, you can do it that way as well. Simply by going to that. There it is. Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. You can do that as well. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging with your boy. Man, we had fun today. Hope y'all ain't too mad at me. I'm just here to tell the truth. I know it hurts sometimes, but it's the truth. It is what it is. We'll see you guys coming up. Turn on those notifications. Come on. That way you won't miss me. I'll see you guys probably in a couple of days. Might come on tomorrow. All right. It's a pretty good show. I appreciate all of you hanging with me. Might have a guest to come with me next time. Hang around. Maybe get some of the brothers on here. I'm quite sure they're going to have something to say to me. Once they hear what I done said. Until the end, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all of you hanging with your boy. This has been the one and the only. Yeah. Woo! The Big Time